Hi guys. I'm at my place in Los Angeles. I went on an adventure this morning. I mean this afternoon, and I went on an adventure this afternoon, and I have been through one of the scariest moments I would ever felt in my life. It was like, oh my god. It was just so hard to deal with. Like, I'm scared even now. It was that scary. It was so messed up, and like, I'm safe now. And I'm at home, and like, even when I was scared, there was like no actual threats. It was just like the vibe is making me so scared, and that like, and it's fucking first day of 2017, and I fucking, I don't know, it was like really bad. Okay, so story time. Um, so so this morning I was like checking out some YouTube videos, like doing my daily YouTube videos morning watch, and then like one of the video that I was watching kind of talked about the incidents that happened in a haunted hotel in downtown Los Angeles, and it's called Hotel Cecil, whatever. And it had I actually remember one of the incidents that happened in Hotel Cecil because it was like a Chinese, I think she was Chinese Canadian Chinese tourist that something really unfortunate happened to her. It was such a loss, and but a lot of people think the hotel is haunted due to due to this footage from the surveillance camera in the elevator in this hotel. So I kind of did a little bit of research on this hotel, and Hotel Cecil has changed its name to stay on Main, but like the structure of the hotel didn't really change it, you know. It's still like similar rooms, similar bathrooms, like similar management. Nothing really changed other than the name, which I believe is kind of a method to cover up the unfortunate incident that happened in Hotel Cecil, and also like remarket it in like a cheaper way. And it's still running. Like, people still check into that hotel, and it has really horrible reviews on Yelp. And I was like reading it, and I was like, oh my god, this hotel is so creepy, so interesting. Like, how can this hotel be so creepy and running? Like, yeah, like nowadays, people when you like go get a service, when you get food, when you check in hotels, you look at reviews, and that hotel has horrible reviews. All the guests were being very honest on Yelp and other media like Expedia.com. Like, people leave very honest reviews, but people still keep checking into that hotel. And so it's still like up and running. So I was kind of curious today. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go and see this hotel or whatnot, but in the afternoon I didn't really have anything to do. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to downtown Los Angeles. And it was also kind of my bad. I didn't know. Downtown Los Angeles is actually really scary. It's really scary if you don't have a car. It's really scary if you don't Uber around. It's really scary if you have to walk on the street. And to be honest, it's the first, like, I visit other like downtowns of other cities, and none of them are as closely as like intimidating and scary as the downtown Los Angeles. Like, there's something that's seriously wrong with the location of this downtown. It's so bad. It's scary. It doesn't make people feel safe. I didn't feel safe at the beginning. So but like, I like to explore. I'm very noticeable of my surroundings normally. Like, I notice like if there's a street like when there are people are walking around, people are dining, so like that's probably like safe if you do that. So if you like, so even though like people talk to you on the street, you know, but like people are driving by, people are dining and drinking in like open bars on the street. The street's not really empty. Like people are walking around. So even though like it's kind of intimidating, people like some people are particularly intimidating, especially when they start to talk to me. I feel like I'm pretty much in control. So even though like I don't really feel safe in downtown Los Angeles, but like I was like holding a book, I was like holding my takeout food, I was just like guiding around with my cell phone. I don't look particularly outstanding, so I kept on like I always just like keep like using my phone, and then I found Hotel Cecil, or Stay on Main. That's the name it goes by now, and I just like walked around and took some pictures. I didn't even want to go into the hotel. Like I didn't even think about stepping in. But also like the hotel looked extremely empty. Nobody's at the door. Nobody looks like they're working inside. Like the entrance hall is very beautifully lit up, but like nobody's like working. I only saw like 2 people sitting in the lounge area. I was like looking at the hotel from the window, and like I only saw 2 guests looking like with their suitcases and whatnot. And I just like took some pictures of the outside, took some pictures of the old writing on the ground. It says Hotel Cecil, and I to be honest, I didn't even feel safe taking pictures, because like when you take pictures with your cell phone, like smartphones is like they're valuables. Like I know that I don't show valuables, I don't show money in public, because that kind of makes me a target, and that's how creepy that area is. But then like, and then I decided, okay, I'm gonna, like, I actually feel kind of scared, and I decided to go to Tokyo Town to calm myself down, because I want bubble tea, which I'm drinking right now. I need bubble tea to calm myself down. So I took a bus. I went to the Tokyo Town, and got this bubble tea, because I was like, okay, I had a pretty weird adventure now. I saw this haunted hotel. I don't really feel safe in this area, so I'm gonna get this bubble tea. And then I just like kind of explored around in Tokyo Town. Tokyo Town is totally sweet, and I feel really safe. Like especially like with all these like people with diversity walking around and like getting food, having fun, spending their money. Like I feel safe. I feel like I don't feel intimidated at all. In Tokyo Town, it's so lovely and so homey. And then I was just like walking around, and I bought like some stuffs. And then I decided, okay, that's gonna be the end of the day. I'm gonna take a bus and go home. So I looked up on Google, and it shows like the closest bus stop is like 3 blocks away from Tokyo Town. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk there, and I'm just gonna go home and call it a day. So I was just like following my Google map for like for a while, and then like I realized I started to walk in like a very sparse area that's just like 3 blocks away from Tokyo Town, and it's so sparse. And then I actually turned into a street, because I thought that's where the bus stop is, but it's actually not. There's just like, but then like that turn it's already starting to get scary. Like there's some tents, and like people were like sitting on the street, and they were like doing things, and then they saw me walk by, and then they stopped doing, and then I realized it's the wrong street. The bus stop is on the street, is actually on the next street. So like I walk across the street, so like just like like walking towards my goal, and I can see like people who were sitting on the street. They were like lighting things up. Like I see like little fires from their hand, and I was like, okay, like this is probably not the street. It's the street next, which looks like it's better lit. It's probably not as sketchy. And then, like I walked into like like the most scary street corner I've ever walked in. Like there were like a lot of tents. There were a lot of tents. There were so many tents, and there were a lot of people walking around. There were a lot of people just like standing in the crossroad doing nothing, and the air smells really weird. There were a lot of garbage on the street, and like people like move around in crowds, and they walk in like a really slow manner. And at that street corner is my fucking bus stop. It was so scary. I feel so alone because like it was just so intimidating. It was really scary because I feel like I was holding my smartphone. I was like having my purse. I was like I put my purse in a like little beaded bag, like like that bag has like purse in it, and I had makeup on, so like, and then like I'm glad that not that many people talked to me. This guy was like was standing next to me, started to chit chat with me. He's like, oh, like what time is it? And I tell him what time, and he's like, oh, like are you Korean or you're Chinese? I'm like, I'm sorry, so I have to call my friend now. So like when I'm in a very like I did that trick before. When I'm in, and this is very useful, girls, when you're in a very intimidating place, you fucking call your friend. If your friend doesn't pick up, you fucking pretend you're on that fucking phone. And I actually tried to call up a friend. She didn't pick up, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. So I just like keep holding my cell phone next to my ear, pretending I'm calling somebody, so like people wouldn't like go at you. And I'm not really like saying that homeless people are sketchy or scary or anything like that, but in a situation like that, it is really scary. It is really scary that like you don't know what will happen to you, because you don't know. Like I don't know. I just don't know. Just like I don't feel safe at all. I haven't like I've never felt so insecure and so scared. I was actually like in absolute shock, because like for a solid five minutes, I was kind of tearing, I was kind of trembling. I was like also kind of thinking about what I should do, because the bus wasn't coming. So I was kind of deciding if I should freak out, if I should like have a breakdown, if I should find an actual solution to get me out of this, because I just feel very, very insecure, because there's like, I don't know, it was such a scary spot to be, and that's where the fucking bus stop is. It's in the middle of the fucking street, and I was like, why you have to put a fucking bus stop in that fucking area? Yeah, and like I also have my shopping bags. It was just like such a mess. My brain was like swirling and twirling. So like I feel like I was there for like 5 to 7 minutes, and then like I look at my phone, and I look on Google Map, and the Google Map tell me the bus wasn't gonna come in 15 minutes. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna stay in the middle of this mess for 50 minutes. That's not gonna happen. I can't. That's something I can't do. I'd rather spend like $20 to Uber home rather than like wait here and for the bus to come. So I actually started to leave the street and actually like cross the street and like kind of walking away from the center of everything. And then like I kind of look back and the bus finally fucking came. And and then like I thought for a bit. I was like, okay, I'm gonna run back to it and catch the bus. So I ran back across the street excuse me, and hop onto the bus. And oh jeez, and then like I just text several of my friends. I was like, oh my god, I was so scared. Such a bad experience. I put my like did I do something stupid? I probably did something stupid, but like how do I know the bus stop is gonna be in such a scary place? And then I was just like texting people and calling people to like calm myself down. Like, I'm on the bus, everything's fine, everything's gonna be alright. And I don't know, like, and then like so I was at Tokyo Town, and the place that I get on the bus is between downtown Tokyo Town and Art District. And then like the bus was actually driving back to downtown Los Angeles. And while I was texting my friend, a guy who was sitting across from me, he stood up because he was gonna get off the next stop. So he stood up, and instead of going to the exit of the bus, he stood in front of me for a while, and he just like stared at me. He's like, oh, you're so beautiful. I'm like, oh, I don't know, like when you're so scared and you were like kind of scared you're gonna get robbed, raped, killed, hurt, and then somebody like a guy that you don't know like look into you and tell you're beautiful. How awful is that? How fucking awful is that? I was just like, normally I would say, oh my god, thank you so much, like have a good day, yada yada yada, but like that was it. I just like kept texting my friend without like looking at him and give him any kind of response. And the ride home was fine, and I was like calming myself down. But I don't know, like I don't know what would happen if the bus didn't come when I was leaving the street, because like there's nobody around other than like people that was like doing nothing on the street. Like it was like I don't know what would happen, like because other than like the street corner that was densely populated with people, like the direction I was walking to doesn't have anybody, and that was actually not a good idea to leave that street corner, because like in the street corner where the bus stop is, like there are people, and when there are a lot of people, bad things cannot actually happen. But when there are less people, when the street is empty, that's where it's kind of really bad or like unsafe. So I don't know, I was like trying to calculate what was the best thing to do if I feel unsafe, or if I feel like I'm not in a good place to be to wait for a bus. If the bus wasn't coming, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like calling Uber is not gonna come until like 5 or like 10 minutes. Like I don't know. Thank God the bus was coming. So I don't know. So that was my day visiting the Cecil Hotel. It was horrifying. It happened on the first day of 2017. It was not good. So that was my experience, and I don't know, I guess This is like to tell everybody, don't fuck around with haunted spots, don't fuck around with your safety, don't fuck around with, don't wander off into places that you don't know, and I don't know, do a good ton of research. I feel like I have been always very responsible for my personal safety. I know how to like not to show off my valuable assets. I know like how to be in a safe street. I know like how like to be aware, always like be aware of people that I don't know, like always like think about the worst thing that could ever happen. Always think about the worst situation. And like this time, like I just don't really know like what else could I have done. Like I don't know. What else could I have done to make me not, what else could I have done today to not be standing in that scary street corner? I don't know. But that was a really scary moment, and I'm still kind of like getting over it. I'm like, even though I was calming myself down in the bus, I was still like pretty shaky until just now. And I guess I'm just gonna watch a good movie and text some of my good friends and like and then have a good sleep and have a very peaceful night. Maybe I'll do a face mask. But I guess I guess that's why I should really, really stay away from Hotel Cecil.